Hello, welcome to a new piece of advice. I hope you're having a good day, and if not, I think this piece of advice can help steer you in the right direction. Today's topic is silence and the importance of practicing it throughout the day or just throughout the week, especially when those pent-up emotions and that stress is building up. It's a great way to reset from that overstimulation that a lot of us go through, or a lot of us put ourselves through. And I'll start it with a bit of a story, or a bit of insight into why I'm even talking about silence. And I guess a couple of months back, I had a lot of pent up emotions and stress that just poured out of me on the way home from footy training one night. And normally I can count, I guess I can count on some sort of physical activity to alleviate some stress and help me feel revitalized, right? But I guess on that day, it didn't help as much as it normally does. And the pent up emotions and the stress, they came from something that happened a week before, which I had internalized back then, and I had shared with someone that was close to me who it kind of pertained to. But I guess it was still lingering in my headspace, and it had bottled up enough to be, I guess, severe, It was basically about something I'm having trouble improving with and overcoming, just to give you a gist of what I'm talking about, more of it just coming from a personal development standpoint. And I find, I was listening to music on the way home, which I like to do to process my emotions. I find when I can, listen to relatable music to my current state of mind, and I just feel understood. I feel safe, and I feel more grounded in the present and grounded within myself. There is a bit of a flaw in that, because listening to sad music while you're sad will probably make you even more sad. But to be honest, I've had it both ways. I've in a sunken place, in a sad place, I've listened to some more sad songs, and it's actually helped bring me out of that. It's helped me understand what's going on inside me. So I understand it can kind of go both ways, but it's an interesting thing that we do. At least myself, I do, and I know a lot of other people do. I guess it just depends on how you process things, externally coming in, and then how you process them internally. So I guess the music wasn't helping at the time, and so I chose to turn it off and just sit there in my emotions for a minute. And after a minute or so, I just bawled my eyes out completely. I was just sobbing. I was absolutely distraught. It was just all kind of coming out of me at that one time, and it felt amazing. But I could kind of talk to myself while I was very distraught. I kind of talked to myself about the problem of personal development that I was having, and I was speaking to myself much more kindly and much more gently to myself than I have been before about this subject, And then after the cry, I felt so much better, and I had such a peaceful release of emotions. I felt like a weight was off my shoulders, and that's often what we feel when we cry. It's an amazing feeling. It really helped having that peaceful release of emotions. So this came from me embracing silence for the first time in a long time. I can't remember the last time I really embraced silence, either consciously or unconsciously. This was something that I just chose to do in the moment. I guess my inner wisdom was telling me this is what we need to do, or this is what we need to not do, I guess. And it goes back to the whole idea of overstimulation. Myself, and I know a lot of us do this. We spend so much of our time basically stimulated by something, we become overstimulated, right? Like a podcast or a TV show, a movie, music, or scrolling through social media. Like sometimes we can have two medias going at once, which is like absolutely insane when you think about it. But yeah, we forget to slow down and sit in the moment and be okay with doing nothing. We've unfortunately kind of done this to ourselves, and it's manageable. We're not broken, or we're not, unfixable. We more have broken minds and broken processes we can improve on, but we're fixable. But yeah, we've wired our brains to crave a constant like dopamine response from some sort of stimulus all the time. So we need to embrace silence and practice it. And remember that it's a practice. It might take some time to get used to silence and to the idea of just sitting there and doing absolutely nothing. But you gradually see the benefits of it, and you kind of see time slow down in a way that is very beneficial to you, and you'll start to see you're in control of things much more. So yeah, you'll gradually see those benefits, and you'll use it more, especially when you feel overstimulated and your head is in a million places, right? And so on the subject of the practice of silence, healthy breathing in this silence is really helpful too, I've found. It kind of goes with meditation, but I've been practicing coherent breathing, which is a really, really healthy breathing mechanism. I've been practicing it regularly for a couple of weeks, and it's helped me so much. I can think of every instance that I've used it, and it's improved my productivity and just my general function as a person after doing it. And it just helps me reset, help me start fresh, I guess. Because like the way you're feeling is a product of what's happened in the last 24 hours and the patterns that you've run just then. And also it can be the past week, it can be the past month. But particularly, what you've been eating in the past 24 hours, how you've been breathing, how did you sleep, how much social time did you get, exercise, have you getting enough sunlight, have you been seeing people regularly, yes, there's a range of things that go into it, right? But this coherent breathing just is amazing at helping you reset. And basically what it does, it helps you bring your heart and brain into a more coherent pattern. And studies I've seen through my mentor who shared them with me is that there was a study that showed that coherent breathing with patients who had symptoms of depression, over 12 weeks of just doing it 20 minutes a day, their symptoms of depression improved by like 50%. Like insane how incredible it is. And all it is just breathing 20 minutes a day over 12 weeks, which is like 3 months, over 12 weeks time, and 50% of their depression symptoms improved. Like that's amazing. And that's just from improving the breathing part of it. Just one aspect that you improve, and 50% of the depression symptoms improved. Like that's amazing to me. Hopefully it's amazing to you, because I think that's absolutely incredible, and I love when there's stats to back up certain things. So that's just something you can, again, if you're trying to know where to start in terms of embracing silence and embracing relaxation, or trying to practice relaxation much better in your routine, this is something great to get you started. Truly, like I've done it before footy training. It's helped so much before that, and I've come out, and not only have I been more, I guess, sociable at training, but I've just been better as a player. Like I've been able to talk more and communicate, and that obviously helps at training, because you're gonna influence certain drills much better, and you're gonna influence certain game-like situations much better. Confidence goes up, It's perfect, right? I've done it before training. I've done it before shifts when I've felt, a lot of pent up emotions for some reason, or I've just been in a hyper arousal state. I've done it before training. I've done it before all sorts of things. I've done it before other, I have 2 jobs, but like I've done it before each of those jobs, and I've found it's just helped me become more myself going into that shift instead of being in the shell of myself. So that can help you get you started. And so overall, like I hope you found something helpful from today's piece of advice. And try some silence right now if you have the time. Just 5 to 10 minutes. Just sit there, observe what's around you. Get in touch with your senses. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you touch? Just 5 to 10 minutes. Just be silent. Don't have to talk. You can kind of just observe what's going around you, just like the passenger I talked about in previous piece of advice. You can be the passenger, embracing silence. And let me know if you have practiced some silence during your week, or if you do, and if it's helpful for you. How it feels. I'd love to know. Did it work? Was it helpful? Did you find some sort of resolve in some area? Is there a way you practice silence which is really works for you, and you'd like to share that? I'd love to hear it. We're all trying to help each other. It's amazing. I love it. But yeah, because silence is a practice. Remember, we're not used to it because we're used to we're conditioned to become so overstimulated by everything, like scrolling through social media and watching a movie or a TV show, listening to music, listening to a podcast, whatever it may be. Always stimulated by something. So be patient with implementing it into your life. Through silence, you can find answers or peace, and sometimes you'll find nothing. But at the end of the day, it's necessary to help you find yourself, to help find coherence within yourself, to be absolutely okay with absolutely nothing at all. To be okay with nothing. That's the key. So thank you for listening. I hope this helped, and we'll talk next time.